Yo, what's going on guys, it's Abs here and welcome back to another Gears 5 feedback and discussions video. So in this video I'm going to be talking about 5 ways to improve the re-up rewards system in Gears 5. So as always, if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for everything Gears of War related. Anyway, when it comes to re-up rewards in Gears 5, it has been another major disappointment. Of course we know this and the coalition know this, and they have since stated that it is something that they're going to be addressing, but I'm not sure how far up it is on the priority list, so we don't know when it's going to come into fruition. So I thought I'd make this video just to give some tips and also kind of be a voice for the community, because I have asked around in the community what they'd like to see in re-up rewards, which I tweeted on Twitter. And as you can see on the screen, a lot of community members' responses. And of course I don't represent the whole Gears of War fan base, but a lot of different types of players actually follow me or subscribe to me, whether it's Gears 5 content creators or Gears 5 streamers, pro players, whether it's veteran players or new players to the franchise. You know, it's a mixed bag, so I think it's quite a good sample. So yeah, you can look at the tweets. If you want to pause the video, that's fine. But there's no point obviously me going through every single one of them, because you generally know what the general consensus is. And the consensus is, you know, fans want to see weapon skin sets, they want to see a bit of iron, things like that. So that's what I'm going to be discussing. And also the reason why the coalition should take on board this feedback is because it's general incentives and it keeps players playing the game and keep grinding, and there's no actual time limit to receiving these rewards. So they can go at their own pace, but they'll definitely want to grind it out and get as many re-ups completed as possible, meaning that they'll spend more time on the game, which is obviously the goal. So the first improvement I'd suggest is re-up banners. And the reason why I'd say this is because banners are a big feature now in Gears 5. Whenever you get the MVP or just in general in the main menu, you can see a banner right there. And when you used to re-up in Gears 4, you'd get a really nice looking re-up emblem, and they were really good looking, they were really nice. And each re-up was different, and even when you reached the wings, every wings level was actually a different emblem, which was really nice. So I think they can definitely get some re-up banners going, and each of these points I kind of want, when players reach a re-up, I want them to be kind of gifted with like a goodie bag. It's like on your birthday or at Christmas, you know, when you receive a lot of presents. Some of those presents are really good, but some of those presents are kind of like, you know, not bad. But altogether you'll get a nice selection of different things, and that's what I kind of want the re-up rewards to be like. That was an interesting example, but yeah, literally that's what I mean. So the second improvement that I'd suggest would be to receive iron for every completed re-up. I think the coalition can go about this in one of two ways. So the first way would either be to earn 250 iron for every single re-up, or the second option would be receive 100 iron for re-up 1 to 10, receive 200 iron for re-ups 11 to 20, receive 300 iron for re-ups 21 to 30, etc. So I think that would be pretty nice. So I think it would be pretty cool to actually receive some iron on every re-up. And if the coalition go in the route of actually giving us the ability to look at previous stores, a lot of players will have a lot of iron to spend. And why not showcase old characters or old expressions or old blood sprays that you created in the past? Because that took a lot of development time, right? Why not give players the chance to keep buying them? So the third improvement that I'd suggest would be either blood sprays or marks, or maybe both. Now when you complete re-up 1 in Gears 5, you receive a blood spray, which looks pretty nice, but I think they could still do a lot more with this. For instance, when it comes to numbers, a lot of people have a favourite number, believe it or not. It's like when they have a favourite colour, some people have a favourite number. So the mark could just simply be a number. It doesn't have to be anything amazing. Like some things can be just kind of filler, right? Like in the Call of Duty you've got a bit of filler content in there. So the re-up rewards can be a little bit of filler, but a lot of good content in there as well, similar to the Call of Duty. And some nice blood sprays, whether it's a number with blood splattered on it or something like that, they can definitely work around that. It's like the number 83 for Coltrane blood spray, you know, they can work something out. So now we move on to more of the juicier areas of improvement that we can suggest. So at number 4 I've got full weapon skin sets. Now when we look at previous Gears of War games, let's look at Gears of War 3, right? So in Gears of War 3 there were 3 re-ups. and when you complete those 3 re-ups, you'd get different skin sets for completing those re-ups. But at that time it was only like a loadout set, and of course that was 2011. You know, the gaming industry has changed a lot since then, and players just want more and more cosmetics. And even though skins in Gears of War 3 were really nice, so why not build off that? Why don't give a full weapon skin set to players? Some weapon skin sets that come to mind, lightning set, you know, the one in Gears of War 4. Maybe bring the bubbles skin sets back, you know, the purple bubbles, the green, yellow, blue, red. Static weapon skin sets, maybe a golden omen skin set, and the classic omen as well. Maybe a water skin set. There's so many weapon skin sets that you can bring us. Obviously some of them may just be applicable to either the COG team or the LOCUST team, because obviously if it's a blue skin or a red skin, but I'm sure they can work something out, right? And when you look at Gears of War 4 as well, you know, the way you got so many gear packs from reaching a re-up, obviously from those gear packs you'd get a lot of cosmetics from those gear packs, didn't you? You know, for example, weapon skin sets or bounties, etc. So if this was given to us in previous Gears of War games, then why not give it us again, but in a better capacity, right? You want to build off that. So the 5th improvement that I'd suggest, and one of the main things that the community want, is characters for reaching re-ups. Now of course we can't be unreasonable with this. You can't expect a character every single re-up, and I don't expect the coalition to give us characters that should be given to us through a tour of duty or a totem. And I want these character skins to be kind of exclusive, like when Dana, who is the director of communications at Microsoft for Gears of War, when he said that, you know, the armoured Ronin Cantus that's at the end of Tour of Duty 3, it's like the John Wick of Fortnite, right? When someone sees that character skin in game, they immediately think, oh, what that player did was he grinded out the Tour of Duty 3 and he's got that skin and it's exclusive in later months, right? When Tour of Duty 3 is over. I want the same thing to happen here. So that's why I don't want any sort of drone variants or Locust generals kind of thing. I just want character skins. So this is the list that I've come up with, just like with a minute's worth of brainstorm, so let me know what you guys think. So re-up 5, Gilded Warden, and I think this skin will look really nice, because just imagine the black and gold around his helmet and things like that, they can work something out. Re-up 10, Ruby SCION. Re-up 15, the OG ONYX guard, who firstly appeared in Gears of War 3. Re-up 20, the Locust Golden Hunter. He was first playable in Gears of War 3, and you know, when people saw him in game, then it made you think, oh wow, that player grinded it out for the Golden Hunter. You know, I kind of want to bring that back. And he's a lot of veteran players' favourites, so I don't want that to be too far down the re-up list, to be honest, so it's more accessible. Re-up 25, Diamond DEEBEE. Re-up 30, Diamond Locust Hunter. So imagine, you know, he's got a gold helmet and he's got a gold armor plate on his arm. If the helmet was actually diamond and the armor plate on his arm was diamond as well, how amazing would that look? Or if there would be issues because, you know, it's blue and he's on the Locust team, maybe a Ruby Locust Hunter. You know, they can think of so many amazing skins. Right, let's get back on track. So re-up 35, Gilded SRAAK. And the reason why I say this is because, you know, in the Gears of War 4 Road to Gears 5 challenges, you had the Gilded Ram challenge, which was complete co-op campaign on hardcore, reached re-up 10 and earned 1 million challenge points through versus score and Horde XP. So in Gears 5, when someone sees you as Gilded Ram, they immediately think, wow. So I kind of want the same for Gilded SRAAK as well. At re-up 40, I've got the Diamond gear. At re-up 45, I've got the Emerald gear. And at re-up 50, I've got Gilded Scourge. Similar to Gilded Ram, I want the people who earn this skin to have elite exclusivity. Imagine a Gilded Scourge character skin, it will look amazing. And if a player manages to grind it out and actually unlock this skin, it's going to look so cool in game. And it's going to be such a rare character skin, and a lot of players want a skin that many people don't have. That's why people buy characters that are in store or things like that. Or that's why people want the Armored Ronin Cantus or the Gilded Ram or the Blood Red Speaker. They want characters that not many people have, and these are some characters that many people might not get, right? So that's 10 characters over the space of 50 re-ups. So I think every re-up should consist of a full weapon skin set, some iron, blood spray or a mark, and then when it comes to every 5 re-ups, take out the weapon skin set and add the character instead. So for instance, at re-up 5 you'd get the Gilded Warden, you'd get a blood spray and a mark, you'd get some iron and a nice re-up banner as well. So yeah guys, that's 5 ways to improve the re-up system in Gears 5. I have a full playlist of feedback and discussions if you want to check that out. I've covered the ranking system, I've covered the store, obviously now I've covered the re-up rewards, I've covered launch maps and some improvements that I can suggest to the launch maps. I've done an hour podcast about the current state of Gears 5 with another fellow Gears YouTuber and good friend of mine, Mr. Kamanian. We spent like an hour just talking about the current state of Gears 5 and our suggestions for improvement, and the ultimate goal is we just want the best for Gears 5 and the Gears of War franchise. That's why I make these videos. Be sure to drop a like on the video if you enjoyed the video and comment down below what you think of these ways to improve, and let's get a discussion going, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hope you guys have a nice day and I will catch you on the next one.